Hello and welcome to SootheNest, your heaven for mental wellness and awareness. Let us understand the exact meaning of psychological disorders. You can say this is my introductory article too. Now, let's embark on this psychological journey together. Unveiling Psychological Disorders, a guide to understanding mental health. What are psychological disorders, you may ask? Psychological disorders or mental health disorders are complex conditions that affect a person's thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Unlike temporary feelings of sadness or stress, these conditions interfere with daily life and well-being in lasting ways. Psychological disorders are not just issues that can be simply whiled away. They're medical conditions that often require understanding, treatment, and support from professionals. These disorders range widely in terms of severity and duration. Some may be mild and manageable, while others can be chronic and have a huge impact in a person's life in significant ways. For example, disorders like depression and anxiety may last for months or even years, affecting everything from social interactions to work or school. Other disorders like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia often require long-term management to help individuals maintain stability and well-being. General symptoms of psychological disorders. Psychological disorders often present with a variety of symptoms that can affect emotional, behavioral, and physical well-being. These symptoms may differ from person to person, but these are common signs to watch for. Mood changes are a key indicator, including feelings of intense sadness, anger, or irritability that persist over time. Behavioral changes may also occur, such as withdrawing from friends, avoiding social activities, or losing interest in hobbies once enjoyed, which is also termed as anhedonia. Difficulties with focus and concentration are another common sign, impacting daily tasks at school, work, or home. Changes in appetite or sleep patterns, like eating significantly more or less, or experiencing insomnia, can also be warning signs. Additionally, psychological disorders sometimes manifest physically, causing unexplained aches, pains, or fatigue without a clear medical reason. Factors contributing to psychological disorders. You see, psychological disorders often arise from a complex interplay of genetic, biological, environmental, psychological, and chemical factors. Understanding these can shed light on why some individuals are more vulnerable than others. Let's first understand genetic factors. Genetic predispositions such as epigenetic regulation, genetic polymorphisms, and single gene changes can increase the likelihood of developing certain psychological disorders. These inherited traits by influence how the brain functions and responds to stress or trauma. Biological factors. Physical health plays a significant role too. Poor nutrition, inadequate sleep, and substance abuse can negatively impact the brain health and exacerbate mental health conditions. Environmental factors. External circumstances such as traumatic experiences, emotional harm, or substance abuse can deeply affect mental well-being. The environment in which someone grows up or lives may shape their mental resilience or susceptibility. Psychological factors. Personal history, including childhood trauma, abuse, or neglect, often leaves a lasting psychological impact. These experiences may increase vulnerability to mental health challenges. Chemical imbalances. Disruptions in neurotransmitters like dopamine, glutamate, and norepinephrine can alter mood, behavior, and cognitive function, contributing to various mental health conditions. Now, since we have had a very basic idea of what psychological disorders is, now let's get into a few terms. First, let's understand what a diagnosis is. So, diagnosis is a critical step towards effective treatment and recovery for mental health conditions. It involves identifying the nature and cause of an illness through a detailed examination of symptoms. Mental health professionals use various methods during diagnosis, including interviews, questionnaires, and sometimes physical examinations to rule out other medical conditions. A thorough diagnosis helps pinpoint the specific disorder and the severity of its symptoms, enabling the creation of a personalized treatment plan tailored to the individual's needs. Now, since I've discussed so far how great it is to know the importance of mental health, yet so many people are afraid to take their first step towards this journey. You may ask me why. Let us understand that too. So, why don't people seek professional help? Despite its importance, many people hesitate to seek professional help due to fears of being judged or misunderstood. Stigma and lack of understanding about the diagnosis process often prevent individuals from taking this crucial step. Now you may ask, can I do something to help the people who are affected by these horrendous mental health disorders? Yes, you definitely can. Let's see how you can do that. So how can you contribute? If someone you know is struggling, you can make a difference. Encourage them to seek professional help. Listen to their concerns with empathy and educate yourself about their condition. Being informed about the diagnosis process can also help reduce anxiety and create a supportive environment. Now, let's look at some reflections and actions which both the patients and the readers can follow. Firstly, let's talk about what patients can do. Take a moment to reflect on your feelings. Ask yourself what emotions you're experiencing right now and explain the reasons behind them. Understanding your own mental state is an empowering step towards seeking the right help and beginning your journey to recovery. Remember, it's okay to feel vulnerable, and reaching out for support is a sign of strength. So, a message from me to all the people who are suffering from any sort of mental health conditions, be it depression or maybe just be it small things like exam stress, anxiety, etc. Remember, you are not alone. There are so many people in this world facing similar conditions, and don't ever feel alone. We are all there for you. I will try my best to provide the support I can because I really care about all of you, and I really hope the best wishes for all of you. Now let's read what readers could do. So for the readers, educate yourself, as it is the most important thing which you can ever do. How can you do that? You can do that by reading books or listening to podcasts about psychological disorders to deepen your understanding. If you know someone who is struggling with the psychological disorders, reach out to them. Talk to them without any judgment. Listen attentively and make them feel your support and presence. Small actions, even the smallest actions, can make a big difference in someone's mental well-being. Now, coming to the credits. I have read this book called Welcoming Hands, Strategies and Care to Help Those Who Face Psychological Disorders, which is written by Gabriel Roca, which inspired me to create SootheNest, this platform. And I also took reference from healthychildren.org, which is an amazing website and it provides great details, so do check that out too. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to read and support this initiative towards mental health. Together, we can make a great difference. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Until next time.